What if I told you there's a cruise ship that's been operating for decades, promising the ultimate luxury experience, but every single passenger who boards simply vanishes without a trace? No bodies, no distress calls, no evidence they ever existed at all. The Serenity of the Seas looks like any other high-end cruise liner. Gleaming white hull, multiple decks filled with restaurants and entertainment venues, and marketing materials that promise an unforgettable journey to exotic destinations. But here's where things get disturbing. Every voyage follows the same pattern. Passengers board with excitement, waving goodbye to families on the dock. 2 weeks later, the ship returns to port, completely empty. The crew always has the same explanation. They claim passengers disembarked at various ports during the journey, choosing to extend their vacations or start new lives abroad. But when investigators check immigration records at these supposed destinations, there's no trace of anyone from the Serenity ever arriving. No passport stamps, no hotel reservations, no credit card transactions. It's like these people simply stopped existing the moment they stepped aboard. What makes this even more chilling is the consistency. We're talking about hundreds of passengers across dozens of voyages, and not one has ever been seen again. Families have hired private investigators, offered massive rewards, even boarded the ship themselves to search for answers. Those investigators, they disappear too. The shipping company, Maritime Dreams Corporation, operates under layers of shell companies and offshore registrations that make tracking ownership nearly impossible. Their executives are ghosts themselves, existing only on paper with addresses that lead to empty offices. When maritime authorities try to inspect the vessel, they're met with perfectly legal documentation and crew members who seem genuinely confused by questions about missing passengers. Here's what's particularly unsettling. The ship's passenger manifests are always perfectly maintained and submitted to port authorities. Every name, every cabin assignment, every meal preference is documented with bureaucratic precision. But when the ship returns, those same manifests show that every passenger voluntarily disembarked at scheduled stops. The paperwork is flawless, making legal action almost impossible. Former port workers describe an eerie atmosphere whenever the Serenity docks. They report an unusual silence from the ship, despite it supposedly carrying hundreds of passengers. No laughter from the decks, no music from the entertainment venues, no sounds of life at all, just the mechanical hum of engines and the gentle creaking of an empty vessel. The most disturbing detail might be the ship's perfect safety record. In an industry where accidents, medical emergencies, and incidents are routine, the Serenity of the Seas has never reported a single problem. No seasickness, no accidents, no complaints. It's as if the ship exists in a bubble where normal human experiences simply don't occur. So what's really happening aboard the Serenity of the Seas? Are passengers being trafficked to remote locations? Is this an elaborate insurance fraud scheme? Or is something far more sinister taking place in the middle of the ocean, far from any witnesses or rescue? The truth remains as elusive as the passengers themselves.